ukuthi ke kwazanywa ke nokuthi kufundwe istatement sakho.
Yebo.
Yes.
When was that? Was it on the first or the second meeting?
Kwakuyihlandla lokuqala noma elesibili?
Beqala ukufunda.
When they read it for the first time?
Yebo uqala.
The first, on the first occasion.
Thank you. Now, you then testified that upon reading a particular section or information from that document, let me not say your statement. Let me correct myself, not your statement. But there's a document that was read to you, and then reading a particular section in that document, then you protested.
Angingathi istatement sakho angikulungiseke lokho, angithi nje lokho okwafunda noma kwakuyini ke lokho kwafundwa ke indawo thizeni, kwathi mayifundwa ke leyo ndawo ila owaba nenkinga khona ke wena.
Yebo.
Yes.
And can you please repeat what was the cause of a commotion that which was read from that document?
Uma ungaphinda nje usho ukuthi kwakuyini leya eyadala ukuthi kube nenkinga, kwakuyini le eyayifundwa eyadala ukuthi wena ungahambisani nayo,
ukuthi ethu baba baloyi mengifundela ethi 2014 uKani Ntuli Zungu.
The part that was read by Mr. Baloyi that in 2014 Nkani Ntuli Zungu
wayehamba ngephula elisilva ngathi cha akusesikho ke lokho.
That he was traveling in a silver polo. I then said, no, that's not it.
Thank you. Then when you raise that concern or that protestation with the state, what was the response?
Usukushilo ke lokho ukuthi cha asiyiko lokho, impendulo yathini?
waqale wathi yena mangehle ngufunde konke akukhona uzothi uyakwazi kulesi statement lesi. Ngithi ngoba usuqalilwa washo lokhu okushoyo ngaphezulu ngicabanga ukuthi statement akusisona esabo.
He said, or the response was, if you were to allow me to read everything, will there be not something that you would then agree with and say that you know this particular? I then said, no, because you started by reading this, which is not true, then this statement is not the one.
Now, was there any endeavor that came from the person that you were, from the state, to find out why are you protesting? Why were you protesting the genuineness of that information?
Kukhona yini okwenziwa noma waba khona yini umzamo owaba khona noma wenziwa umshushisi ukuthi ezama ukuthi athole ukuthi kwakungani ungavumelani naleya ndawo yayifundwa. Khona yini abakwenza ukuthi ezama ukuthi athole kwena ukuthi isizathu noma kwakungani ungavumelani naleya ndawo?
Akaze esho akaze ekubeke kanjalo umshushisi wakhuluma nje wangibuza umbuzo wodwa ukuthi ngowakini ngempela ni uConstable Zungu.
The state never put it like this. Only one question was posed to me. Are you really related to Constable Zungu?
So that was the end of the conversation.
Kwabe kuphela lapho.
Cha ngaqhubeka ngamtshela ukuthi yebo ngwakithi uzalwa umkhulu omncane.
Yeah, I proceeded by answering that he is a relative of mine. His father is my grandfather.
Yes. Anything further with regard to the reason why you said no? I won't proceed with the statement because of this and this and this. That is, were there any further inquiry that were done to find out the reason why you were actually protesting the authenticity of that document that was read to you?
Mzana uGwabeni engikubuzayo mina nako angithi wena uthe cha lokho ofundayo asikona. Kuloko kukhona yini okwalandela kuloko kuphela nje okwalandela ukuthi azama ukwazi ukuthi kwakungani noma kwakuyini isizathu sokuthi ungahambisani nalokuya. Sikhuluma ngalokho ayikufunda kuphela. Khona yini umbuzo walandela mayelana nalokho ukuthi yebo uyakuphikisa kodwa kungani ukuphikisa?
Nakaze kubuse.
No, it was never asked.
Thank you. And then I got it. You then further said that the instruction that you were given was to the effect that you could then leave, go and make arrangement for your wedding ceremony, and then go and think over this thing and come back again. Is that what you said?
Okunye futhi okufile ukuthi ke wase udede lwakhe noma uvunywe lwakhe ukuthi uhambe uyokwenza amalungiselelo omshado nokuthi ke ucabangisiseke lokhu uphindeke ubuye usucabangisisile.
Asiphinde ngicela ukuthi silandelanise.
Can you put it in sequence?
Yes.
Lokho engikhuluma ngakho kokuqala ngizela bengifundela istatement.
The incident I'm referring to where the statement was read was on the very first occasion that I came here.
Proceed.
Yep.
Okwesibili lokho abangifonela kwaku August ngizolungiselela umshado.
And then the second occasion was when I received a call in August when I was making preparations for the wedding.
Yes.
Bangizo lapha lesitatement lesisibuya abasifundayo lapha kafunda khona kwi paragraph ayifundayo wabuza ngotanzi.
And then on the second occasion, the paragraph that was read there, the inquiry was about Ntanzi.
Ngaphinde ngabuza ukuthi ubaba ngoba esekhona nje semdala kangaka eKatolo ngicela ukubuza kungenzeka ukuthi kufike kuboshwe umuzi uboshwe uGwabini. Emva kaGwabini uGwabini mayeboshiwe ezobhala ngotanzi utanzi engakamazi uzoboshwa.
Sikhuluma ngobaba omdala abantu babomdala.
Baloyi.
Oh, okay. Now referring to the advocate, the state advocate, being a grown up or grown or an elderly gentleman as he is it possible or can it happen that Sibiya gets arrested and then I follow after him, or I'm the one who's arrested after him, and then in my statement it is alleged or it is said that I then make mention of Ntanzi, but Ntanzi has not yet been arrested at that time, but I mention him in the statement.
Yes.
That was the second one where it was read.
And then what happened thereafter?
Lapha akhipa khona uGininda amagama ukuthi wathi wena uzohamba uye court uzofika ufunda statement lesi.
That's when Gininda then said that you will go to court and you read this statement.
Ngathi mina ngeke ngiye lapho ngofunda engayazi ngaze ngikhulume.
I then said I will never go there to go and read something that I know nothing about, something that I never said.
Yes.
Wathi ngizoya ngwazi umbuso.
He then said to me, you don't know the state, you will go.
Ngathi ngisho ngaya ngofike ngimi ngithule ngakhuluma.
I then said, even if I were to go, I will just stand still there and not say a word.
Wathi ngibopha 5 days. Uthi 5 days athi ngibophe kuma siyangikhipha. Mangakhuluma futhi uzohamba uyongweba 90 days.
He then said to me that he will incarcerate me for 5 days, and then if he releases me and still I do not say anything, then I will be sentenced to 90 days.
Fakazi wami nawo bawuthuba ze basho bathi bamfundisa ungenzela itiye ngathi angisafuna itilini ngiyahamba mina manje bethi bangenzela itiye ke office labo lapha.
Here are my two witnesses, Mamfundisi Sergeant Mukhula offered me tea. I then said, not interested in your tea, I'm leaving now.
Bathi angihambe ngiyolungisela umshado ke mase ngizobuya after umshado.
They then said to me I should go, prepare for the wedding, and then I will come back properly after the wedding.
And the third occasion was when you were called by Sergeant Mulauzi, informed you that Mr. Dlamini will come and fetch you.
Okwesithathu ke noma elesithathu ihlandla ngesikhathi ke ufonela uyena uMulawuzi ekutshela ukuthi uzolandwa uDlamini.
Yebo usuke Heidelberg.
Yes, that he was coming from Heidelberg.
Thank you. Now let us cross this bridge. Is there a statement that you ever made?
Asikhulume ngalokho ke sikhona yini statement owake wasenza?
Statement engake ngasenze lesi engathi akathe khona into kaMuzi eyibhala uMuzi eyibuyisekimi.
The statement that I ever made was a statement where I said, transfer whatever it is that was said by Muzi and transfer it to me.
Who dictated the content of that statement, that which you are calling a statement? Who dictated the content of that statement, or of that document?
Okwakuleso statement leso, noma kwakubhaliwe lapho, kwakuphuma kuphi noma kwakuphuma kubani.
Babekubhala ephepheni bethi libhala uMuzi.
They had written it in a document that they claimed or alleged that it was written by Muzi.
Do you know what the content of that statement was?
Uyazi ukuthi kwakubhalweni lapho?
Angazi.
I don't know.
Angafunisha ukwazi nje.
I was not even interested in knowing.
Thank you. Was the content of the document that you said, or whatever that Moses said about me, can you please transfer it into that document? I will sign it as if that information comes from me. Is that what you're saying?
Ingabe uthi wathi kubona lokhu enye okubhalwe la enithi nina kuqhamuka kuMuzi ukhipheleni ngala mina ngizosayinda ke lokho
ngoba uMuzi ubhale ngami. Bafike bathi kimi uMuzi ubhale ngawe, buka ama-page akabhale ngawe, nawe bhala ngoMuzi. Ngathi ayikho uzobhala ngoMuzi mina. Lokho okubhale uMuzi uthathe nikubuyise kimi ngizokusayina mina ngoba ayikho into engiyaziyo.
Because Muzi had said things about me or had written about me, so they then said that now you are also expected to say something or write something about Muzi. I then said, I know nothing. There is nothing that I'm going to write. Transfer whatever is there to me. I will then sign.
Thank you, Mr. Kwabeni. Let me put it like this. You know how a statement gets made.
Mr. Nisi, you're cross-examining your own witness.
No, this is clarification, my lord. I'm getting to...
You know that you're not allowed to cross-examine your own witness.
I'm not
No, I'm just saying the law says this, not me. You can't cross-examine your own witness. Do whatever you want to do, but the law says that, okay?
I'm not cross-examining him.
Fine. But I'm just telling you the law. You can do whatever you want.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Kwabeni, let's do this. You know how a statement gets made, innit? To a policeman.
Statement yesazi ukuthi senziwa kanjani?
Angisazi.
No, I don't.
This is how a statement is made to a police.
Nayi-ke indlela statement esenziwa ngayo ephoyiseni.
He will sit with you down. He will ask you whether you want to write a statement yourself or you want to narrate the story to him, whereupon that policeman then would write the statement in the document on the
Iphoyisa lizohlala nawe phansi. Libese liyakubuza ke ukuthi ke ukhetha ukuthi uyibhalele wena ngokwakho le statement noma mina ngisibhaleke bese ke kuyaqalwa ke liyabhala ke.
Then you will narrate your story to him. He or she will write it down. Then after your story gets finished or your narration ends, then the policeman will then read that statement back to you to confirm if what you have been narrating is a true reflection of what is contained in that document.
Uzobhalwa ke seqediwe ke ubhala iphoyisa lelo ke lizothi lokho okubhalwe phansi. Bese liyathatha ke lifundela wena ke ukwenza isiqinisekiso sokuthi ke lokho okubhaliwe ngempela yilokhu wena okushilo.
Then after you had confirmed that what is contained in the document is exactly what you had been narrating, they will request you to sign that document as a confirmation of you agreeing with the content thereof.
Usu esekwenzileke lokho ekufundeleke usuzocelwa ke manje ukuthi usayindeke uma kuukuthi ke ngempela uyavuma uthi cha lokho oqeda ungifundela kona ngempela ikona lokho ebengikutsho busiyacelwa ukuthi usayindeke. Ukusayinda kwakho ke kuyisiqinisekiso sokuthi ke uyavumelana ke naloko okubhalwe phansi.
Do you follow?
Ngabe uyezwa?
Ngiyakuzwa.
I hear you.
Now, in your interaction with the police, from the day on which they arrested you at night up until today, did you ever go through the process that I've just indicated to you as how a statement gets made?
Manje ke kusukela ngelanga owaboshwa ngalo amaphoyisa kuze kube namuhla ke ingaba ke kwenzeka ke lokho ngalendlela eliphethe ichazela ngayo ke namaphoyisa.
Ayaze ngifundele statement sami.
No, my statement was never read to me.
No. Did you ever sit down with the police and give a statement the way in which I've just explained now?
Ngalendlela engiqeda ukuyisho ukuyichaza kuwena manje wake wahlala phansi yini nephoyisa wenza istatement ngalendlela
The witnesses explained yesterday in great detail as to what happened when he was with, as he called him, Gabadia Gininda and Mamfundis, as he called them. And he explained as to what happened, my lord. We don't understand the purpose of now taking the witness through this process and suggesting answers to the witness, my lord. We submit that it is improper to do, and we say this with the greatest of respect, that it is not the correct procedure to take up with the witness, my lord.
I don't understand, my lord, what the basis of the objection are. I'm still leading the witness. If there are issues in the course of me leading him that I want to clarify, it is quite procedural, and I'm saying this too with the greatest respect for the state, that it is within my right and the right of this very witness to clarify issues in examination in chief. Irrespective whether of it might have said that there was a meeting with the Gininda or what. So I basically don't understand what the state's qualm about what I'm doing with this witness, my lord, is.
My lord, counsel is not clarifying what the witness said yesterday. He's taking him through a different process, suggesting a process to him and asking him whether that process was followed. That is what we are saying, my lord, that it's impermissible. If he wants to clarify, he can go back to what the witness said yesterday and seek clarity on what the witness said, and not, as he's doing now, my lord, suggest what the procedure should be, my lord.
Okay, my lord, with the greatest respect that I have for the state and that I would always have, this is still examination in chief. This is not re-examination, re-exam on issues that came through from cross-examination. I can raise with this witness any other issue, whether he has said it, whether it's a new issue, for as long as it is relevant within the context of this trial. So I don't know what procedure the state is worried about that is unprocedural that I'm embarking upon, my lord. I'm perplexed. I don't know of any procedure that says you cannot raise new issues as long as they are relevant in that particular case with a witness that you still examining him or her in chief, my lord. In other words, that a witness that you still leading. So I don't know what is the basis of the objection, but the state says it is unprocedural. Unprocedural in what context?
My lord, without really embarking on a two-way debate, we are saying when you lead a witness, and that's what the law says, when you lead a witness, you may not suggest answers to the witness. And that's what we are saying, that counsel may not put words in the witness' mouth. The witness has testified yesterday about the process that was followed, and counsel cannot now lead, as it were, my lord, this witness by way of suggesting a procedure to a witness when he has testified about what happened in that office yesterday. that is the basis of our objection, my lord. Counsel
Yeah,
says he's
look,
not aware
just-
of the law.
I've just made the remark that you don't cross-examine your own witness. This witness gave evidence to say that Mr. Baloyi read a portion of a document, as you put it, relating to the fact that apparently it was written by accused number 1. And Mr. Zungu says, I disagreed with that. Then Baloyi says, you have to comment on what accused number 1 has said. Then he, Mr. Zungu, says, I then said to him, anything that you ascribe to have been written by accused number 1, write it down and I will sign. That's the evidence. Now you're asking this witness, do you know how a statement is made? Did he sit down with you and explain what you must do? Did he administer an oath to you? This witness never said that. That's cross-examining the witness. If you don't agree with me, fine. Fine.
I don't agree with you.
Yeah, fine. Right. No problem. No problem.
I gather that the court does not understand.
I understand everything.
what
I don't think you understand law better than me.
This is not law, my lord.
It's not law.
These are question of facts.
God.
This is not law. These
Yeah,
are question
fine.
of
Continue,
facts.
Mr. Nis. Just continue.
Thank you. Mr. Kwabeni, I've explained it to you, and the state is saying I'm suggesting answers to this witness. What answers did I suggest? That is preposterous, matters. Mr. Kwabeni, I've just explained to you how a statement is made, and that is exactly how a statement gets made. That's a universal phenomenon. Unless there is an exception somewhere, but process that I've suggested to you on how a statement gets made, it is exactly that.
Lendlela engiqeda ukuchazela ngayo ke noma ngiqeda uyisho kwena ke indlela leyo ke umuntu ma ethi wenze i-statement esenziwa ngayo.
Do you understand?
Fezwa kahle.
Yebo ngiyasho.
Yes.
And did you understand the way in which I've explained to you as to how a statement gets made?
Lendlela engichazele ngayo ngitshela ukuthi i-statement senziwa kanjani uyizwile?
Yebo ngizwile.
Yes, I did.
Now, in the context of your interaction with the police since the date of your arrest up until whenever, was there ever such a moment where that process of making a statement was made?
Manje
Or
kuwena ke
actually happened?
kuwena ke ikhona ke indlela noma ke le ndlela engichazele ngayo kwake kwenziwa ngayo noma kanjalo kuwena.
Akaze kwenziwe.
No, it never happened.
So there was no moment at which you sat down with the police, you narrated a story to them. Exactly the same way that I've said how statements get made.
So asikho isikhathi la khona wahlala phansi nephoyisa kwenzeka ngalendlela le engichazele ngayo ukuthi i-statement senziwa kanjani.
Akukho lapha ngahlala khona ephoyisa. La
No.
ngifunde statement sami ngisibhalile. Nami ngakhipha uvo lami basibhala istatementini akukho lokho.
There was never an occasion or a time where I sat down with the police officer and then my statement was read to me, or I also gave my view or my opinion about a statement.
When you say there was never, that is from the moment that you got arrested up to now. That never happened.
Uma uthi asikho isikhathi noma kuzange kwenzeke usho kusuka ngesikhathi waboshwa ngazo kuze kube manje.
Bangifundele eofisini istatement sami. Ngiboshwa sikho abafundela sona.
In the office, my statement was read to me, but during the time of my arrest, none was read to me.
The statement which you say it was your statement, what do you mean by that?
Ma uthi ke bakufundele ofisini i-statement sakho. Usho ukuthini ngalokho?
Abathi sabhalwa yimi statement.
The one they alleged that it was written by me, they read it to me.
Did you ever make a statement?
Wasenza wena a statement.
Aze ngisenze statement.
I never made a statement.
Then why do you call it yours?
Kungani ke uthi esakho?
Bathi bona ngesami.
They alleged that it was mine.
And you knew that is not yours.
Wena wazi ukuthi akusona esakho.
Ngazi akusisami ngoba abantu ngabangifundela ngithi bathi statement sakho lesi osibhalile.
Yes, I knew that it was not mine, but they read it to me and said to me that this is your statement which you wrote.
And you knew that you never wrote any statement or made any statement.
Wabe wazi wena ukuthi awukaze wabhala statement noma wenza I statement.
Yebo.
Yes.
So in other words, that was being forced on you.
Okusho ukuthi ke yinto nje leyo owawuphoqwa ngayo.
So that's precisely what we've been complaining about, and council is just carrying on unabated. We submit, my lord, that council cannot carry on suggesting answers to the reasons.
The witnesses just said, I've never made a statement in any way whatsoever, but it's a statement that was read to you and they said that was my statement. Then I asked him, did you ever make that statement that was read to you? He said, I never. And then witness says, no, but they said that was my statement. So in other words, they were saying to this witness, agree to something that you never made, as if you made it. That is exactly that. There's no other interpretation that is different from this one. Thank you, Mr. Kwabeni. At least now I know, and everybody else know, that according to you, you never made any statement to the police.
Manje ke ngiyazi ukuthi ke nomuntu wonke ke uyazi ke manje ukuthi awukaze wenze statement emaphoyiseni.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now let's go back a bit to one issue here. That Constable Zungu, let me not say him, there's a narrative, although it's a bit murky, it's a very weak narrative. That the state sought to project here at court to the effect that the planning of the killing of Senzo Meyiwa happened at the hostel.
Lapha ke umbuso okulethayo ke noma ke umbuso okushoyo phambi kwenkantolo ukuthi ke ukuhlelwa ke ukuthi kuhlalwe phansi kuhlelwe mayela nokubulawa kwakhe noma ukubulawa yinto eyahlelwa ehostel angibe kanjani those are lies.
When they say this planning, the reason why I'm saying it's murky or it's a little bit dull, it's because there are no specifics as to the dates on which this happened, who were the participants, on the planning, how it got planned, what time was it, whether it was during the day or at night. But we are assuming at the level of generality that because the state's case through Zungu, it's built around the 26th of October 2014 with this narrative that there was a meeting there. There was a jamboree, there was a celebration there at a hostel. You assume that also this planning might have happened on this day.
Ngoba ke lana imininingwane ke ingekho ukuthi lokhu kwenzeka nini isikhathi sini obani ababe khona ke sithina sekuyicabangela ke ngoba ke kunale nkulumo kaZungu ekhona phambi kwalenkantolo ke ukuthi ke ngaleli langa ke langithi lazo i26 October 2014 kwakuhleliwe khona lapho ke ehostel ke abantu beyithokozele.
Now we are assuming at the level of generality that this supposed planning could have happened on the 26th of October 2014.
Manje ke kuyicabangela nje ukuthi ke lokho ke umbuso ushoyo ukuthi kwahlelwa ukuthi lokho kuhlela ke kwenzeka ke ngazo i26 kaOctober 2014.
And we have heard your testimony with regards to the 26th of October 2014.
Sibuzuleke futhi nobufakazi bakho mayelana nazo ke i26 kaOctober 2014.
What could your comment be with regard to this supposed planning of the killing of the deceased at a hostel?
Nakho ingathini ke kule nkulumeko yokuthi ke ukuhlelwa kokubulawa kwakhe umufi kwenzeka khona ke ehostel ngalelanga?
Ngathi unamanga.
I would say he's lying.
And this is not cross-examination. Why do you say he's lying?
Kungani uthi unamanga?
Kosekato, kuningi engakuchaza ngakho mathi unamanga lo muntu lo.
My Lord, there's a lot I can say when I say, when I say this person is telling lies.
Just one reason.
Maybe
we'll get to the second one depending on what the first one says.
Lo muntu ngamgcina 98. Ngize ngambona 2017 engisurprise engazesho ukuthi uyeza kimi.
The last time I saw this person was in 98, and then when I saw him again was in 2017. It was a surprise because he never said or told me that he was coming to me.
Thank you. So what do you then say about the meeting? Not a meeting, his testimony about what happened on 26 October 2014.
Manje uthini ke ngale nkulumo yakhe ayishoyo yaloko kwenzeka nge26 kaOctober 2014?
Ayikho into engayikhuluma 2014. Naye ngabe ngimqambela amanga ube ngekho nje la. Ayikho mina ngiqala uma 2017 umuntu kade ngamgcina.
There's nothing I can say about 2014. I will also be telling lies on his behalf in his absence. I saw this person in 2017 after not having seen him for a very long time.
Thank you, Mr. Kwabeni. There's no need to go to the second reason.
Sikho izathu sokuthi ke sisho esesibili.
Now, you gave your testimony in a detailed and a graphic manner on the assault that you experienced and at the hands of those that were actually supposed to be protecting you, South African Police Services.
Uchazileke kabanzi ngendlela ke owashaywa ngayo ke ilabo abakwakumele ukuthi bayavikela ke amaphoyisa.
Now, subsequent to this, as I followed your testimony, you then got invited for a consultation with them in the presence of the prosecutors.
Manje ke emuva kokuthi sekwenzekile ke lokho wase uyabizwa ke uyacelwa ukuthi ke awuzele lesizohlala phansi sikhulume bekhona ke ubizwa ibona kukhona ke nabashushisi.
Is that how should I understand the broader scenario here?
Ingaba indlela leyo ekufanele ukuthi ke ngizwa kanjalo leyo nkulumo leyo.
Ukuthi bangibiza abashushisi bangibiza amaphoyisa.
Yes, to come
ushilo ukuthi ke washa uchaze kabanzi indlela washaya ngayo.
Yebo.
Emuva kokuthi usushayiweke manje usuyabizwa ubizwa kwayiwona ke amaphoyisa lawo abantu athu advocate bakufanele ukuthi bayavikele. Manje sebekubiza ke manje bendawonye nabashushisi.
Yebo.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, did this issue of assault arise in the consultation that you had with the prosecutors in the presence of the police?
Udaba lolu lokushaya kwakho ingaba udaba olavezwa yini noma ke olwavela yini ngaleli langa ke nisehhovisi manje labashushisi amaphoyisa ekhona?
Ngamtshela ubaba Baloyi ukuthi bangishaya kakhulu abantu laba.
I informed Mr. Baloyi that these people assaulted me severely.
I just want you to take this court through the content of this discussion relating to you reporting to the members of the prosecution of your assault by the police.
Ngicela ke manje ukuthi ke utshele lenkantolo ke ngale nkulumo oyishoyo ke manje futhi wamtshela ubaba Baloyi.
Ngiqale ngisho ukuthi ubaba Baloyi ngambikela ukuthi wangishaya amaphoyisa noma ngiqala ukuthi ubaba Baloyi wayethini kuze ufike ukuthi ngeke ngiyenze into ngashaya amaphoyisa.
What should I say? That I informed Mr. Baloyi that I was assaulted by the police, or where it started that I wasn't going to this, I was not going to do this because the police assaulted me?
Started from where it started, which led you then to mention that the police assaulted you.
Yisho ke la iqale khona ekwaholela ekuthini usho wena ukuthi washaywa amaphoyisa.
Osekatolo. Makufanele ngisho ukuthi ngashaya ngamaphoyisa ngathi mangifika lapha ngosuku lami lokuqala.
When I had to mention that I was assaulted by the police, when I arrived there on my first day,
wathi ubaba Baloyi uzofuneke Zungu ufike ecourt uzotestifya.
Mr. Baloyi then said to me that Zungu, you will have to come to court and testify.
Nasi statement sakho
abanginike sona. Here is your statement that they gave me.
Ngibuza ukuthi ngizotestifya ini mina ngoba bafowethu ababushwe lapha.
I then inquired what it is that I'm expected to go and testify about, because those are my brothers that are arrested over there.
Etha kusho yena kusho na statement ukuthi kufanele ngigcine ngelile court ngiyofakaza.
He then said that that's not something that came from him, but it derived from the statement, that it's a statement that indicates that I would have to end up going to court.
Ngamtshela ukuthi ngeke ngikhona ukwenza lokho mina.
I then informed him that I won't be able to do that.
Ngoba kwakhona lokho okubhalela lapha phansi angikwazi. Ngiqala namhlanje ngoba ngifundela nje khona.
Because even that which is written here, I know nothing about. It is the very first time that I hear of this as you are reading it out to me.
Akabanga sasiqede statement sami ngoba siya phansi nendawo. Bakhuluma ngoba lolu limi labangiluzwa mabekhuluma basuke bekhuluma bethini.
He then did not complete or finish that statement. He left it there, and then they had a discussion, and I did not even hear or follow the discussion because I do not understand their language when they speak as to what do they say.
Umuntu ekho zama ungichazela kahle isiZulu usesule lo sisi bewulo sisi lo owazi wafika ngitshena ukuthi wena uzohamba ecourt ngeke ufike ubonakala nezwi lakho bazofike besididanise ngathi ngumntaka mama ngeke ngikhona ukwenza lokho mina.
The person that tried to explain to me in isiZulu, the witness then turned around and said that
Umfundisi owathi uzohamba ecourt.
Mr. Mnisi, please, when I interpret, can the witness allow me to, please?
Yeah, I think you need to control him, Mr. Jonas. Please discuss it with him and say to him, Mr. Kwabeni, can you please give me time to interpret what you're saying, as you did yesterday, because I'm just here. You see.
There's a lady that tried to explain to me in isiZulu. Then the witness corrected himself and said, it is Mamfundisi. He looked behind and said, she's not here. He then said to me that you will have to go to court and testify, and then they won't be able to see you, and then also your voice, it won't be like in your voice. I then said, no, I won't do that.
Mr. Kwabeni, there's a concern that comes from Mr. Jonas. Try to shorten try to put your version in short lines, if I were to put it that way. You see, speak and stop to allow the interpretation to also interpret what you're saying, understand? As we're doing yesterday. Do you understand?
Ngalendlela besenza ngayo ke izolo ukuthi nje ungasho ke into eningi ngesikhathi esisodwa.
May proceed?
Ungaqhubeka baba.
Ngiyaxolisa kusuke kube inhliziyo. Maye seqeda lapho ke ngisukume ngime ngenyawo ngimtshela ukuthi yabo lokho ngitshela khona into engiyenze leyo mina.
I then stood up after she said that and said, that which you are telling me now, it's something that I will never do.
Ethi hayi angiunderstand ngihlale phansi ngithi ngeke ngisahlala phansi. Ngisho ngibe ngisukuma ngiphuma ngihamba.
She then asked me to be understanding. I said, no, I won't understand anything. I stood up and I left.
Ngabatshenthe ngiyobona ngaphi ukuthi benzani.
I then said to them, it will then be on you as to what you do, or I will see from your side as to what you are going to do.
Then at what time was the issue of your assault at the hands of the police then discussed, or at what time was it factored in that conversation?
Manje ke kuyona yonke lenkulumo lena udaba lolu lokushaya kwakho amaphoyisa luvele ngasiphi isikhathi kuyona lenkulumo le oyishoyo.
Ngabatshela ngesikhathi sokuqala ngifika kube mangifika kubo lapha bezongifunda statement sami ngathi ngikhona ukuhamba ngokukhuluma ngabantu engazi ukuthi akaze beyenze plus futhi khona nalona ngumntaka amaphakathi ngeke ngikhona ukukhuluma ngalonto le plus futhi nanangishaya.
Okay. It was on the first occasion when I went there, and then the statement was read to me, and then I was told that I would have to come and testify. I then said that I won't be able to do that, or I won't go there. There's also a brother of mine amongst those people, and also you guys assaulted me.
That is what I'm interested in, the discussion around the assault that you had with those who were in the office. You take us through that discussion.
Yilokho ke ngikufunayo ke udaba lolu lokushaya kwakho uma ukhuluma ke ukhuluma nalaba owawundawonye nabo kuleli office yilokho engikufunayo kuphela.
Akaze bengiphendule ngokushaya kwami.
They never responded to me with regards to my assault.
Bakhomba nje ungayingeni ngokushaya kwami.
They just did not show any interest in that.
Okwangididayo kosekatolo ukuthi ungafika ushaya umuntu egcineni uzothi akazokusiza ezokukhulumela amanga shuthi konke lento ufuna exubane kuye lo muntu lo ukushaya kwakhe amanga ufuna kuhlangane kuye konke.
What is then confusing to me, my lord, is that you assault a person, then you are dependent on this person to assist you, and now everything must be now centered around this person. It's the assault, and it's also the lies. All of that you expect from this person.
Thank you, Mr. Kwabene. But do I then understand your testimony to mean that at the time when you interacted with the police in the presence of the state, when you consulted with the state, you also made mention of the fact that you were also assaulted by the police?
My learned friend has traversed this issue ad nauseum. Is a reason, my lord, why he keeps on repeating the same issue, my lord. The witness has already answered.
It's a burning issue, my lord. It's a very burning issue. If there's a need there, it must be clarified 20 times. In my view, that should happen, and the court must allow that to happen. But I'm done with it, my lords. Fortunately.
Ngikuzwa kahle ubufakazi bakho ukuthi ke udaba lo lokushaya kwakho walusho noma walukhuluma lapha yana eoffice labashushisi.
Yebo.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, you hire a vehicle on the third occasion now of your coming to the court here. You hire a vehicle because you realize that Mr. Dlamini, who Sergeant Mulauzi said to come fetch you was delaying you.
Ngoba wawubona ke ukuthi ke ubaba uDlamini lo umlawuzi akutshela ngayo ukuthi uyena azokulanda ubona ke ukuthi cha manje usethatha isikhathi ke wase wena uyitholela imoto ukuthi ayikulethe la.
Ngamfonela kuqala umlawuzi ngamtshela ukuthi uthe ngecourt nasi isikhathi sokushaya 8:30 manje kathi kwenzakalani.
I first contacted Mulauzi and told him that you said to me that I'm going to court and now it's around 8:30. What is happening?
Wathi yena lento imoto esuke Hitleback izoqhamuka kaDlamini. Ngathi nathi nina ngathathwa ngomunye umuntu ngithathwa umuntu oyi1.
He then said to me, wait for Dlamini's vehicle, it's coming from Heidelberg, it's going to pick you up. I then said to him, you guys told me that no one else should fetch me, it should only be one person that fetches me.
Yes. And then subsequent to that discussion, then you decided to request somebody in a Yeris to bring you to Pretoria.
Emva wase nje uyitholela umuntu wena ukuthi akakulethe.
Ngaqasha imoto.
That's correct. I got a vehicle. I had a vehicle to bring me.
Thank you. You come here, you walk with Sergeant Mohula from the DPP's office to the court here. On the doorsteps of the court here, Sergeant Mohula says, no, you need to go back.
Uthi-ke ukusuka ke khona kuma-ofisi abashushisi ukuza la enkantolo weza nabo-ke oMogola. Uma ufika lana-ke awabusangena-ke enkantolo wabuyela emuva ekhaya.
This issue was traversed yesterday and today. This now for the third time that counsel is raising it with the witness. Is the reason why the evidence is being repeated over and over again, my lord?
This is just the background to the question I'm about to ask him, my lord. I don't know if there is still an objection.
As we pointed out, my lord, there's really no need to repeat the evidence that is on record. It's already on record, my lord. Counsel can just proceed with whatever proposition they want to lead a witness on.
As it please the court, my lord. Now, on your doorsteps here, Sergeant Mohula says to you, now go back.
Ulana ke manje usuzongena ke enkantolo. UMogola bewuyena kokuvimba yathi cha ungangeni buyele ekhaya.
Yebo ngizomosha inkulumo.
Yes, that I'm going to disturb what was being said.
Now, you just gave an answer to the question that I was about to ask you as to why did she not want you to go to the court?
Usuphenduleke umbuzo bengizokubuza noma bengizokubuza ukuthi kungani ke ongavunyelwa ukuthi ungene enkantolo ukuthi usuphenduleke noma impendulo oqeda uyinika iphendula ke lo mbuzo bengizokubuza.
Just to put this matter at rest, just repeat the answer that you gave.
Ngicela uphinde le mpendulo oqeda unikeza ngayo.
Wathi ngizomosha inkulumo.
Said I'm going to disturb what is being said.
And what did you understand her to mean by that?
Wena wawumuzwa ke ngokuthi uthini mayesho kanjalo.
Ngendlela okwakhulumeka ngayo lo muntu oyade ekhulume ngaphambilini wayekhuluma amanga.
The manner in which or that which was being said by the person that was at that time giving evidence or testifying, the person was telling lies.
Thank you. So you were very keen to come and set the record straight and tell the truth.
Wena ke wawuyimisela ukuthi ke uzokhuluma iqiniso.
Yebo.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, there's something that kept on popping here at court. And I'm going to say it as graphic as it is. No, it's not a bad thing. I think there's a there is silence. No, it's not a bad thing. It's just a normal thing. There's been a suggestion here at court that I'm just trying to think aloud because there's something that just come into my mind when I'm thinking about something here. But it is to the effect that, according to Brigadier Kininda, you were unable to come to court because you're fearing for your life. It's something akin to that. You might not have used those words, but the context of, according to him, the context of you not being able to come to court here was because you're fearing for your life.
Kunento ke selinje ivela ke noma iqhamuka kanjalo ke la enkantolo. Kusengenzeka ukuthi angiwasho ke lamagama ngendlela awasho ngayo uBrigadier Kininda, kodwa ke uma etshela inkantolo yena washo ukuthi isizathu sokuthi ungafuni noma ungafuni ukuze enkantolo ukuthi wawusabela impilo yakho.
And I'm not done.
Angaqedi.
And probably that could be the reason why ultimately you never featured as one of the witnesses for the state up until the state finished leading their witnesses or close this case.
Lokho ke mhlasimbe kungenzeka ukuthi ke esinye sezizathu ke esibangele ukuthi ke ungabi khona ke noma ukhona kodwa ke ungabizwa ke nanjengabanye bofakazi ke bombuso kwade wafika ke esigabeni la khona umbuso uthi ke usuqedile ukubiza ofakazi.
Do you understand me up to this point?
Ukuzofikela la uyangizwa.
Ngicela ukuthi engiphendela umnisi bengicela ukuthi mayikhuluma ngikuphendula okunye mase eyaqhubeka yabuza mase kuningi sekuhlangene.
Yeah.
Right. If you're done, so I can respond to that, because now when it becomes too much, if I were to respond to that.
Very briefly.
Kafushani.
Brigadier Kininda said, the reason why you could not come to court and testify on behalf of the state, it was because you are afraid for your life.
Kafushani nje, isizathu sokuthi ke, ngokuba Brigadier Kininda ukuthi ungeze enkantolo uzokuthi ubufakazi ngoba usabela impilo yakho.
Ish. Kosekatolo ngiphinde futhi ngibuze nje ngingakawuphendula ngizophendula nje. Kuyenzeka ukuthi umuntu omdala ebe namanga.
Hey, my lord, just before I respond to that question, is it possible for a grown up or for an adult to tell lies?
Well, I don't know in other areas, but from the area where I come from, when a person lies, he gets to be an outcast from the community. That's the area where I come from. I don't know in other areas. I don't know how they operate. That's the answer that I can give you.
Engakunikeza yona ke impendulo mina angazi kwezinye indawo kodwa la ngiqhamuka khona ke mina ke uma umuntu ke ekwenza ke lokho akabe siyona ke ingxenye yomphakathi umlahlela le.
Yeah, but let's come back to the question now.
Asibuyele ke kumbuzo.
Ungikhulumela manga ngoba ngajika eminyango nje nganginenhloso okufinyelela la. Ngoba ngangikhonto eyilanga phakathi engiphazamisa.
He lied about me, or he told lies on my behalf, because the reason for me to end up being at the door, it was because there was something burning inside of me that I wanted. So I wanted to talk.
Thank you, Mr. Kwabeni. I think that plugs everything in. Now, there is this also incident, something that kept on popping now and then in this proceeding. It's also not an ugly thing. It's just part of the evidence that was read, that came out in the testimony of the state witnesses. Now, this relates to Sinako. There's an impression that was created by the state witnesses, particularly by Constable Zungu, that, I don't know whether I'm getting too long, that on the 26th of October, 2014, when there was that gathering at the hostel, when accused number 1 and accused number 3 gave you, that's now according to him, gave you the firearms. He then asked you as to, and then he said, I'm going to put that in parentheses. He said, Mr. Gwabeni, is that not the firearm that was used in the killing of Sinako? Oh, not killing, but in the shooting of Sinako, that you told me that you throw it in the river. And then you said to him, no, this one is not the same firearm. This is a different one. That one, as you say, I threw it in the river. That is the context within which that was said.
Lana ke kunale nkulumo ke eyavela ke khona la enkantolo kukhulunywa uyena ke uConstable uZungu ukuthi ke ngalo lela langa la nge-26 ka October 2014 lapha yana ke ehostel uma kungena kona ke umsolo weqala nomhlathu bephethe ke ngokusho kwakhe uConstable Zungu ukuthi ke bengena bephethe ke ibhamu lesi wase ekubuza ke yena ke ukuthi ke kwabini isibhamu lesi akusona yini isibhamu esasetshenziswe ukudubula uSinako owawuthe wena ke wasilahla noma wasiphotha emfuleni wabusuthi wena ke noma umphendula ngokusho kwakhe uConstable Zungu cha ungakhathazeki akusona lesi.
Do you have any comment?
Khona ongakusho? Kukhona kosekade okuningi futhi engakukhaza nje.
There is quite a lot that I can explain.
Ngizokuphokoda okukodwa kosekade. Akuzukubaningi kakhulu.
I'll just give you one, my lord. It won't be so much.
Ngizocela ukukubuza nasejajini nakubaba aqala ukubuzwa inkulumo yanibuza bangibuza kodwa emaceleni ngiyaqhubeka ungayifaki lapho futhi.
I'm also going to ask to pose a question to the court as well as to the state, and it's not for the first time that it would come out. It's just that I forgot. My apologies that I forgot to mention it.
Let me assist you, Mr. Kwabeni. The court, you cannot ask questions to the court. That's point number 1.
Okokuqala nje angikulungise lana. Awuvumelekile ukuthi ubuze umbuzo enkantolo.
Reason being, the court has got to remain neutral. The court has got to receive evidence from you and other people, evaluate the evidence and decide as to who is telling the truth. But you cannot ask a question from the court.
Ngoba ke inkantolo kufanele ke la imikhona ke inkantolo ingabi nahlangothi inkantolo ilalele wena ilalele abanye ofakazi bese kuthi egcineni ke inkantolo ibisiyethatha isinqumo ke sokuthi kulaba engibalalele ubani okhuluma iqiniso ubani ongakhuluma iqiniso. So ngako ke kufanele wena ubuze imibuzo kwinkantolo.
The same thing applies to the state. You can't do that to the state as well.
Kuyafana ke nakumshushisi ke awuvumelekile ukuthi ubuze umbuzo.
However, to me, as I am leading you, you're more than welcome to request me to clarify my question.
Kodwa ke kumina nanjengomuntu ohloma imibuzo kuwena ke usungangibuza ke ukuthi cha ngicela lana ke ukungichazela mhlambe angikholanga kahle lana mina okubuzayo imibuzo.
Now with that understanding, is there anything that you want me to clarify on the question that I've asked you?
Manje ke kuloko sengiqeda ukutshela noma engiqeda ukusho kuwena ke kukhona yini kulombuzo engikubuze wona ongakholanga kahle ofisa ukuthi ke ngikuchazele kona?
Yebo ilapha akakhuluma khona ngendaba yesibhamu esalahlwa emfuleni.
Yes, where it concerns okay. Yes, where it concerns the firearm that was thrown in the river, as to which year is that you're referring to?
Look, I'm only asking this in the context of the evidence of Constable Zungu. Remember, Constable Zungu tells this court that on the 26th of October 2014, he was at the hostel. In the early hours of the evening, accused number 1 and number 3 came back. They were in a hap, like they were in, hush mood. It's like they were in a shock. Then they got into your room and then they gave you firearms. Accused number 1 gives you a .38 special. Accused number 3 gives you a 9mm pistol. Let's hold it there before I proceed.
Lalisise kahleke mnumzana uGwabeni. Lokhu engikubuza kona, ngikubuza phezulu kwenkulumo yakhe uConstable Zungu la enkantolo. Into ayisho la, awakusho yena wathi ngazo i26 kuOctober 2014. Sekuntambama ke wabuya ke umsolo woqala kanye nowesithathu ke futhi ke bephethe ke noma behlomile yebo angakadluleli ngaphambili.
They were in possession of firearms. Yes. Now, accused number 1 and accused number 2 gave you those firearms. Number 3. Number 1 and number 3 gave you those firearms.
Ngokuthi ke umsolo wokuqala nowesibili base bekunikeza lezo ibhamu lezo ababeyiphethe.
1 and 3. Yes. Now, then him, Constable Zungu, says to you, Kwabeni, is that not the firearm that was used in the shooting of Sinako? That you told me that firearm was disposed of by being thrown into the river.
Ukhumbuleke mnumzana uGwabeni lana sikhuluma ngenkulumo yakhe uConstable Zungu la enkantolo yinto yena ayisho lana. Ubese qhubeka ke athi sebekunikileke umsolo wokuqala nowesithathu lezibhamu lezi ababeyiphethe kubona. Bese kuthi yena Constable Zungu ubuza wena uthi Gwabeni ingaba lesibhamu lesi akusona yini isibhamu lesi esasisetshenziswe ukudubula uSinako owawungitshele ukuthi wena isibhamu leso owasilahla emfuleni noma wasiphonsa emfuleni.
And then your response to that question by Constable Zungu was, no, don't worry. That firearm, indeed, it was thrown away in the river. This is not the same firearm.
Wase uphendula ke wena kuloko ayekubuza kona wathi cha Constable Zungu hayi ungakuhluphi lokho kungakuphathi kabi lokho impela leso sibhamu leso ukhuluma ngaso ngempela ngasiphonsa emfuleni.
Namanga lo muntu.
Hayi, this person is telling lies.
I'm namanga.
He's telling lies.
When you say he's telling lies, is he telling lies in the context of the conversation or in the context of fact that never happened? Why are you saying he's telling lies?
Uma uthi unamanga ngokuthi ke inkulumo le mayelana nenkulumo kungani uthi unamanga?
Ukhuluma manga uzofika 2017 lapha eForce. Lo Sinako akhuluma ngaye lo uSinako ebefunda ugrade 11 2014 angicabangi ukuthi bayazana uSinako nje.
He's telling lies. Constable Zungu arrived in Foslo in 2017 and the Sinako that he is referring to was in grade 11 in 2014. I don't even think that they know each other.
So you know this Sinako?
Uyamazi uSinako?
uSinako ngiyamazi. Ngihlala naye endlini la. Ngoba eshona nje ngihlala naye endlini.
I know Sinako. I stayed with Sinako there in the house. During his passing, I was staying with him.
How do you know him?
Umazi kanjani?
Umfana kwaSibiya. Uthi baba omncane washozi number 1 kuye.
He is from the Sibiya family. He calls accused number 1 uncle.
So you're saying in 2014, when Zungu is narrating this story to the court, when Zungu says he had this discussion with you in 2014, is this Sinako you're saying was doing grade 11?
Uthi uSinako ngo 2014 wayenza grade 11.
Yebo.
Yes.
Angicabangi Nkosikata ukuthi mangahle kuthi umuntu ufunda ugrade 11 ngo-October ngabe ula eGoli efunda ekhaya.
I do not think, my lord, that someone who was doing grade 11 back home in the villages, then would be here, then that person would be here in Gauteng, in October. I would like the court to take into account or consider these lies that have been told by Constable Zungu.
The understanding or the impression that was conveyed by that narrative or by that story or that testimony is to the effect that already by 2014, Sinako had been shot at. We just don't know the date. But the impression that is created is already when he was with you on 26 October 2014, Sinako had already been shot at with that firearm that you said you threw into the river, according to him.
Le nkulumo lena noma lokhu okwashiwo uyena uConstable Zungu nkathi ayela enkantolo eyayikusho yilokho ukuthi ngaye u2014 loyana uSinako lona wayesele edutshulwe noma ngaso isibhamu lesiyana ayekubuza ngaso yena uConstable Zungu.
Sifusa abasibili amanxeba saphola unamanga lo muntu unamanga lo muntu sikhuluma ngomuntu osashona kahle kahle lapha sikhuluma sifusela abantu abangekho lapha amanxeba abasashona.
We are now opening old wounds now to the Sibiya family about someone who had passed on, because this person passed on a long time ago.
So, what finally is then your answer?
He's telling lies.
He's lying in what context?
Namanga gupi.
Unamanga ukuthi uSinako wayese eGoli 2014.
He's telling lies when he says that Sinako was in Gauteng in 2014.
Okwesibili unamanga uSinako wadudwa 2014.
And he's also telling lies that Sinako was shot in 2014.
As I said to you, there's no date that is put on the shooting of Sinako. But the impression that is created is that already by 26 October 2014, he was already shot.
Nanjengoba ngishilo kuwena ke ukuthi ayikho idate inkantolo eyinikezwa ke noma eshiwo kuyona, kodwa ke akushilo nje ukuthi noma ke akushoyo noma ayekusho yena ukuthi ngo2014 kwakusele kwenzekile lokho. No, he's telling lies. He's telling lies.
He's telling lies. Thank you. My lord, may I consult with my clients?
Sorry, Balui, Mr. Balui, what's your time?
It's 11:30, my lord.
Yeah. Come back after 15 minutes.